Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode corporate filings. Today we are diving into Rapport Therapeutics' latest filing. Will this report reveal a breakthrough or just more business as usual? Let's find out. But before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. Rapport Therapeutics, a company focused on developing precision medicines for neurological disorders, just released a Form 8K. This report isn't their regular quarterly earnings. Instead, it's an update on their clinical trials and some corporate events. First off, this is a standard SEC filing, meaning Rapport is keeping everyone updated as required by law. The report is dated June 2025, so the information is fairly recent. The most interesting part is about an investor and analyst day. This is where Rapport shares its vision and progress with investors. Companies usually do this to boost confidence and maybe even their stock price. We're going to look at what was said on that day. This section is about what Rapport disclosed to the public. It mentions a corporate presentation and a press release tied to their investor and analyst day. They've included these as exhibits, meaning we can take a look at the details. The key thing to remember is this information is being furnished, not filed. Legally, that means it's less accountable under the Securities Exchange Act, unless they specifically say otherwise. The company also noted that information can be found at their investor relations website. Here the company is directly sharing some updates, notably their Phase 2A trial of RAP-2119 in refractory focal epilepsy is fully enrolled. Refractory means the epilepsy doesn't respond to standard treatment, so this is an area with high unmet need. They expect to have top-line results sometime in September of 2025. Top-line results means the primary outcomes of the trial. Rapport is also talking about data from their Phase 1 trials of RAP-219. These were multiple dose trials, including one using positron emission tomography or PET scans to see how the drug behaves in the body. They say that the final aggregate data across the trials continues to show RAP-2119 has differentiated tolerability. This is basically them saying the drug seems safe and well tolerated. Let's look at the details they're providing. All treatment emergent adverse events, which means side effects, were grade 1 or 2, meaning mild to moderate. No serious adverse events were reported, nor any significant issues with lab results, vital signs, or electrocardiograms. Any side effects that did occur showed up early and resolved without any further action. The most common side effects included headache, dry mouth, brain fog, and fatigue. Also, 3 people in the trials discontinued taking the medication. Now, they have a section about forward-looking statements. Basically, they're saying that a lot of what they're sharing is based on their current expectations and could change. They talk about the potential of RAP-2119, the initiation and results of clinical trials, and Rapport's technology. There are quite a few factors that could cause things to not go as planned. These include risks with research and development, the ability to get regulatory approvals, clinical trial uncertainties, dependence on third parties, the ability to attract and keep key people, financial condition, and the need for more funds, regulatory developments, intellectual property protections, and the competitive landscape. This is standard legal language, but it's important. It means you shouldn't take their statements as guarantees. They also make note to check out their annual report for more information. The last section is about exhibits. This lists the documents they've included with the filing. In this case, that's the investor and analyst day presentation and the press release. Now, let's step back and assess Rapport's current situation based on this filing. The company is making progress on their clinical trials, specifically with RAP-2719. The fact that the Phase 2A trial is fully enrolled is positive, and the anticipation of top-line results in September adds excitement. However, it's important to temper that excitement with some caution. The company is dealing with significant risks and uncertainties. Clinical trials are expensive and often fail. Regulatory approvals are not guaranteed. They are dependent on other companies to manufacture and test their products. They have to find people to work for them, protect their patents, and overcome their competitors, and they need money. A lot of it. The reported tolerability of RAP-2019 in Phase 1 trials is encouraging, but Phase 2 and 3 trials often reveal new risks or challenges as the drug is tested in a larger and more diverse patient population. The forward-looking statement section clearly outlines the many things that could go wrong. Ultimately, Rapport Therapeutics is a high-risk, high-reward company. if RAP-219 proves to be safe and effective, particularly for conditions like refractory focal epilepsy where there are limited treatment options, the potential upside is significant. But investors should be aware of the inherent risks in biotech investing. Alright, that's our breakdown of Rapport's latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.